Words spoken, Tawineb Hem, translation, words spoken, Lord to land in million. Words spoken by Amun, the Lord of the two land, his words are true, millions of years, through eternity. So the words, in the sense, we go back, your word, consciousness, right? Yes. Words only come out from the sense of consciousness because your tongue, your voice, right, is attached to the sense of consciousness. So you can only speak based upon the level of your consciousness, right? So when you speak in terms, his words are true. So consciousness, right, is with you for millions of years, so it's forever. So if it is forever, right, and the words are truth, how are you going to find the truth when you live an impure life? You see where we're going here? Your life had to be pure in order to become what we call Makeru. And we say that in the prayer this morning, right? Makeru. When we began to live as Amun said, because Amun says his words are true forever. And if his words are true forever, which means you also are forever for millions of years, because your essence doesn't know death. So you are true forever, but your condition causes you to live in a negative rather than the positive. Making sense? You see where we're going? So for us to never slumber nor sleep, we need to understand that we are that creative force. Because the universe, as you look at it as it stands now, right? The universe as we look at it is only the body of God. Everything we see is just the body of God. So we are walking in the body of God. We are sleeping in the body of God. Everything we do it in the body of God. Nothing is outside of the body of God. And in the very inception of time, it says Ra comes out of the primordial ocean. And he found himself all by himself. And then he thinks. You see what's going on here? He thinks. And when he thinks what he did, he manifests his thoughts. So what is important to us is thinking. As the saying goes, how you think, that's who you are, right? So you've got to put forward, use common term. All I know you're not a centipede, you understand? But put forward the best foot. You understand? In order to accomplish the goal that you neither slumber nor you neither sleep. So you want to overcome the negativity in your life. The things that cause you to always be in the state of depression, anxiety, anger, rage, lust, greed, hatred, envy, strife, attachment. What again? You all can find some? Help me. Hypocrisy. Jealousy. What again?
Gluttony.
Greed.
Ignorance.
Well, that take the cake. That's it right there. You understand? So this is what we want to do when we use in the prayer, Amun who never slumbers nor sleep. We have to understand that we are also that energy who in essence who never slumber nor never sleep. So when we're going in the prayer, we don't go into the prayer expecting something flying out of the sky. But knowing that Amun is on the inside and we all are manifesting the same quality, so we give it adoration to the divine in us. You see? So that's our adoration in front there. So we give adoration to the divine in us, not those objects, those things that can smash and break up all along. That's not what it is. They become symbolicals or symbols, which we are using in order for those of us who are just coming into this type of spirituality, which our minds are still into fickle state. We need to bring the mind into a more strong and condensed or focused point. And for that to happen, we have to have something that the mind can focus upon, that it can bring that focus, that one-pointedness when we throw the water, the one-pointedness of the mind. So we use all of this as symbol in order to ground the mind into your spiritual movement. Making sense to you? So these are not the objectives. I mean, these are not the goal, rather. Good? These are just symbols helping you how to ground your mind in order to live this spiritual life. Because if it doesn't have this, you're traveling in a plane, you're traveling in some kind of vehicle, and your mind is only on this. This is the only spirituality that you think where God is concerned. And it comes to the point that you have to offer a word of prayer. You don't have nothing into this. Well, what happened to you? You press stop, right? And look at how many times you have found yourself in situations where you have to say something nice, something good in order to revive somebody's soul, somebody's spirit, and you never had a candle. You never had an altar. You never had anything, right? But it just becomes spontaneous. Good? And that's how we want to live. So when we become grounded in this, then we become spontaneous. You see? Because we are splendor. We are the light. You understand? And we're using things now in order to help, to light, to keep that light going. You understand? So these things become like petrol in order to help blaze and bring that light to who we are on a more glare that everybody can see it. And as that light began to grow higher and higher, then what do we see? As we just said, when you let go all those negativity that binds you, manage, I like to call it, manage the emotions. Now you become the controller. You're controlling the heart. You're controlling your city. As it says, when Asa and Asa come to time and space, she controls the city in such a way that no one had the opportunity to enter to bring in any kind of negativity, and that was referring to Set, the ego. And what your duty is how to control or sublimate Set. When you sublimate Set, then your words become true. And your words become true forever. So then when somebody speaks, you have people speak, yeah, I could trust this person when they give their word. They give their word, right? That's what you want to come out, you understand? But your word must be based in wisdom and not just ignorance. Because we give words sometimes in ignorance because our mind in an ignorant state. So the advice we give to each other is to destroy each other because we, in ourselves, doesn't understand what we're saying. It's simple. We're giving advice sometime and we only giving the advice based upon the, let me call it, the bad experience that we have. We give this type of advice to others only to help destroy them. Man, if it was me, I ain't taking that now. If it was me, I would have do this. You understand? And you ignorant, the person ignorant, and they say, that makes sense, Yeah. Who are you really helping? And when thing goes down, the person starts to look at you now. I want have nothing to do with this person. The last time they tell me something and I put myself in trouble. So you see, so you're creating problems not only for the person, but you're creating problems for yourself also. So you're more creating division more than you bring harmony. So sometimes that's why it says better to keep your tongue between your teeth then you open it up. You know, sometimes when people come to you, judge the situation and do the little you know, and if you figure you're only going to be speaking here because some of us can't do without speaking, I'll give you a little trick. Get a glass of water. Put water in your mouth and let them speak. Just keep the water in your mouth. Don't take out the water in your mouth, because if you take the water out of your mouth, you will speak. And you may say the wrong things. Yeah, you understand? So you have to learn control. You have to be in control of yourself. That's why the teaching is teaching us along the line in terms learning how to control the agitation. So which means getting agitation out the system. And to get agitation out the system, your meditation practice comes in again. It helps you here. Your diet comes in again, because some things you eat bring a lot of agitation to the body.
That's right.
And when the body is agitated and you don't have no idea in what is taking place, you become a walking time bomb. What you want to do is to bring lucidity within your life. Now, this doesn't mean to say you have to give up your life, but you're going to give up the conditioning that dissects you from your true self. You are Amun, who never slumber nor sleep, but you're looking at the clouds that pass by within your mind. And you accept the clouds to be you, but the clouds is only the ignorance. So you lay within the clouds, and as you lay within the clouds, you feel comfortable there because it feels soft, you know. You find a comfort zone. You know that? But in this type of teaching, you ain't have a comfort zone. You got to move out of the comfort zone. You got to break up the comfort zone and move forward. Because that's where Seth becomes clever. That way Seth becomes such a smart. You understand? That when you fall into the comfort zone, I don't necessarily have to do this now. I don't have to do all of that for spirituality now. I could do anything I want, but yeah, you could do anything you want. Anybody could do anything they want. But the idea here is, would it bring you success? Would it bring you into the area that you really want to go? What would be the repercussions of your actions? What are you really looking for? Are you looking to be who you are? Or you're just looking to be one of the crowd, a statistic in the crowd? I mean, we gotta be brave and face this question for ourselves.
That's right.
If we just want to be a statistic, then you could do anything. Who stopped you? As a matter of fact, if I want, I could take all my clothes and run across the street. I could do that if I want to. But what does it bring me? Huh?
Attention.
And if it brings me attention here, what would be the reason behind the attention? People say, oh God, we never knew you was mad. you see what's going on? So we got to be careful. You see, so as spiritual candidates, as spiritual aspirant, we got to watch what we're doing. We got to be able to control our thoughts, our ideas. We got to fall into the Amun consciousness, a state of peace. Now, falling into the Amun consciousness, it doesn't mean to say things are not going to be agitating sometimes. But because you have control, it doesn't really push you out of your center. You can stand firm now. So, being a spiritual person or practicing spirituality doesn't mean to say that everything in your life is just come to a stop. No, it doesn't come to a stop. But many gates that were closed before began to open up. Many things that you sweep under the rug for a while, they began to come. The dust began to come up in your face. So what you're teaching is telling you, through the steady practice, you've got to take responsibility for your actions.
That's right.
So you've got to look now within yourself, because I doesn't know what you have in your heart. But you know, right?
Yeah.
So you must be able to be honest with yourself and confess to yourself, I am making mistakes with myself. This is not the right thing to do. And if it is not the right thing to do, then what should I do? And find the right thing. Because we know what is the right thing, right? But it becomes so popular to do the wrong thing because we want to be in the crowd. We want to be observed. We want to be the life of the party. So we do everything from that popular notion. And the thing to be done, we go home and lay down in our passive time and start to say, you know, I really shouldn't do that, you know, but you know, well, next time, next time I think I'll move different. Now hear what you say, next time you go move different. Now hear what you're saying, next time you go move different. So what you're telling me here now, you began to work out a strategy to perform the same ignorance, but you go perform it in a different way.
That's all right.
That's good. On that very note, what you're saying there, though, is it not true that you can be your
worst enemy?
biggest enemy? You know, that mind of yours.
What?
You just said you could let that thought go through there. You think you're doing something constructive. You're leading yourself still back in that same hole.
But who's really the enemy?
Self.
You is all the enemy all the time? We said you and set is one in this sense? You like that?
Walking the dog. Walking the dog, that's right.
So you is it. But you must be able to recognize that now and bring yourself to be a friend of yourself and no more enemy. And that's what we commonly say, learn how to love yourself. Learning how to love yourself, which means understanding who you are. By you understanding who you are, then you begin to bring in what is considered to be love and compassion. You can't give nobody compassion if you're following hate and anger and all of these things. What compassion you could give to people? When you love yourself, you understand yourself. Once you begin to understand yourself, then you can extend love and compassion. Why? Because you could actually feel the other person. You can feel them, you can touch them, then you know exactly they need something. What is that they need? The love and the compassion. And you play it out sometimes in such a simple way. Let's go back into home training. I like to call it home culture. Many of our homes are dysfunctional. As a result of that, we comes up in homes that never give us what we call pampering. You understand? So we come up in a kind of a lopsided kind of way. Now we call ourselves adults and all of these type of things. We take woman, we take man, we call them husband, we call them wife. You understand? We call them friend, we call them girlfriend, and oh gosh, we're looking for hugs. Hug me up, girl. Hug me up. Give me that hug, then. You understand? It's not that we're looking for.
Rap on, man. Rap on.
Because why? We're looking for the compassion, right?
That's right.
We're looking for the love. Good? So, where we're looking for it? Because we didn't understand it, right? But when we understand ourselves, right? Then we don't have to look for that on the outside. What we're doing now, we're giving it out. We're giving it now because why? We have accumulated, we have cultivated such a large area, let me put it this way, in ourselves that we have sufficient for ourselves that we can even extend it to others now. So we don't have to think now whether this one like me or this one like me. Oh, I can always give this one some of my love and compassion because I have a lot. And I'm not looking for them to give me back anything, because if they give me back, I cannot take it, because where would I put it?
Just so full.
You catch the point?
So full.
Exactly.
Love that.